Hello there, Swedish Dwarf Gaming here. I know I usually do gameplay videos, but here's a bit of a different one. This is, out of every class in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, which ones are the most fun? Obviously this is going to be extremely opinion-based, but when I was going through this, I basically said to myself, if I could recommend one character to anybody to have a really good time in this game, this is the character I would pick. So I hope my opinions don't make you too mad. These are just my favorite characters of each class. I hope I don't upset anybody. Maybe it'll make you want to give some of these characters a try, and you'll see that some of these characters aren't the best. There's a very big difference between good and fun, and I went with the fun side. So without further ado, let's start with the zombie class. So we're starting with my favorite class, the Imp. From the moment I got Scallywag Imp, I knew he would be one of my favorite characters, and he's actually my favorite character. I love how his gun operates, I love his legendary mode, I love how he looks, I love how he plays, I love everything about him. Of course he has his flaws, but every character has flaws. In my opinion, he is the most fun Imp, and the most fun character. Definitely give him a try. I guarantee you will fall in love with him as I have. The most fun Super Brains to play, in my opinion, is Breakfast Brains, no doubt. I know a lot of people would say Toxic Brains, but Toxic Brains actively hinders other people's ability to play the game and the ability to have fun. And that aspect prevents me from having fun because I know I'm hurting others. Breakfast Brains is just fun. He's not the best, he's not the worst, he's just fun to play. His punches are different. His beam is very different. Everything about him is different, but I think he's different in a very good way. He's not a 1-2-3 combo, he is spam the button and things die. And I personally find that fun. If you put Toxic Brains in this spot, I don't blame you, he is fun, but personally, I think Breakfast Brains is the most fun Super Brains to play. Now this is where I think I'm going to upset some people. Captain Squawk is the worst pirate, and you cannot change my mind. But Captain Squawk is also the most fun pirate, and you cannot change my mind. I really like how his gun works, how it's a bolt-action sniper rifle. And once you get the Reload upgrade, it's almost semi-automatic. It's basically double the damage at half the speed of the normal fire rate of the normal Captain. And he has toxic damage, which doesn't really do much, but hey, it's there. I like how his shotgun is replaced with a bird that's just screaming for help. If you put any other pirate other than Captain Squawk in this spot, I'm really not going to argue with you. Again, this is just my personal opinion, and I really enjoy Captain Squawk. He was the first captain I got maxed out, and I am not ashamed of that fact at all. I am proud to say that my favorite pirate in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is Captain Squawk. And we come to my second favorite class, the Soldier. When I played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1, Super Commando was my favorite character, and in this game, Super Commando is my second favorite character. Put this into perspective, in one burst he can do as much damage as Camo Cactus hits in one headshot. 66 per burst. That's 2 bursting most characters in the game. He hits insane damage. I love how his gun feels, it feels incredible. He's powerful, he's fun, he is General Supremo. Wait, no, that's not. And we come to the most overrated scientist of all time, Chemist. Chemist is overrated because people think that he is the best scientist of all of them, when in reality he's probably the most mediocre. But that does not stop me from loving him. Chemist does absolutely nothing at any range other than colonoscopy range. But at colonoscopy range, that's where he shines. And shine he does. Chemist is supposed to be like a group control character, I think. But group controlling at point-blank range with such little health makes absolutely no sense. But when it works, and it feels great when it works. Again, Chemist is not the best scientist, but he is the most fun scientist in my opinion. And now we come to the Engineer class. Mechanic, in my opinion, is the most versatile engineer, at any range. He has the same exact weapon as the Soldier. Fast fire rate, 10 damage per bullet at close range. Pretty damn accurate. This is basically a soldier with engineer abilities. And a soldier with engineer abilities really thrives, don't it? Mechanic is good in literally every situation. One-on-one situations, he's great. You're shooting at the point, it's great. You sniping at people, Painter would be better, but Mechanic is still great. Mechanic is above average at everything that you need. If you want to put another engineer at this spot, I will not argue with you, but man, you're missing out on some great Mechanic action. Now, if you have been following my Road to Max Rank series, you will know that I have not maxed every single All-Star yet. But as of recording this video, I have found that Tennis Star is my favorite and most likely will not be changing. There's one reason I actually dislike the All-Star class, and it is speed. When your favorite class is the Imp, you go to All-Star, you can't jump, you can barely move when you're shooting, it's very painful. I cannot speak today. Tennis Star basically just removes every issue I have with the All-Star class. He hits very good damage, only a little less than normal for above average speed. It's like you barely slow down when you're moving and shooting. He's the run and gun all-star, which shouldn't exist, but it does. This is probably an unpopular opinion. People like the normal one, people like goalie star, but personally, I love Tennis Star. Good damage, good mobility, good everything. Plus, he's hot. And we come to the orange. I know this one's going to upset some people, but hear me out. Iron Citron is extremely overrated. He does very little damage outside of his legendary mode, and to be a very fun character to me, you have to be consistent. And that's why I like Frozen Citron. You can freeze somebody and EM-peach them, or you can EM-peach them and freeze them. And even from long range, which Citrons are useless at, you can still freeze people from far away and be useful to your team. He does the same amount of damage as normal Citron, except without the splash damage. Really, I don't see why a lot of people don't like this guy. He's got everything. Give him another try, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And we come to the Rose. The most fun rose, in my opinion, is Party Rose. I don't really care for the roses that are not automatic, and the ones that are between Rose and Party Rose, because Druid Rose, I don't know why everybody goes nuts over her. And Party Rose is a lot more fun than normal Rose. Again, this is just my opinion. Getting party time with Party Rose is actually really easy, and once you do, you become very strong, doing 12 damage per Thistle. Really, she's just the normal Rose with a legendary meter. So for me, this is a no-brainer. The most fun rose is Party Rose. And we come to Party Corn. I think this is kind of the obvious choice for most people. Party Corn is the regular corn, which is already extremely strong, and then added a legendary meter to it. Like, how could you go wrong? How could you not like this? Really, I don't know what to say, because it's just the obvious choice, really. Party Corn is, busted. There, is that enough? This is going to be the most controversial one on the list, and I know it. The most fun pea shooter, in my opinion, is Commando P. Now let me try and justify this before you go storming into the comments and yelling at me. Commando P does not hit very low damage. He hits 12 per P and 6 at extremely long range. To me, that is nothing to scoff at. And a full auto P shooter is just very fun with the abilities he has, and a very main thing. You cannot Pogo P with this character, and it's great. I hate Pogo Ping, I hate people who Pogo P, and Commando P is just the anti-Pogo police. Now feel free to yell at me in the comments, but my favorite P shooter is, and always will be, the Commando P. Damn it. Hot Rod Chomper is another one that's kind of a no-brainer to me. Twilight Chomper and Fire Chomper is a close second, but Hot Rod is just fun. It's hard to have fun when you're playing Chomper, but when you're zooming around, and correct me if I'm wrong, Hot Rod is the fastest character in the game. When you're zooming around and just eating dudes and just run forever. Hot Rod is definitely one of the better chompers. None of the chompers are good, but he's definitely up there. Yeah, Hot Rod's just fun to run around and eat things. And that's really all I can say. There's not much I can say about the chomper because it's chomper. This is another one that I think might upset quite a few people. Mystic Flower has always been my favorite. I think it's because her primary, I think, is the strongest in the game. Not in the game, but of the sunflowers. And hitting a charged up shot can one-shot an imp. That's kind of the reason that I like Captain Squawk so much. He's explosive. And Mystic Flower is the definition of the word explosive. If you don't agree with me, you can put Stuffy here, but I really love Mystic Flower, and probably always will. So yeah, my favorite sunflower, and the one I recommend everybody to try because she's actually a lot of fun, is Mystic Flower. And the final character, and probably my third favorite character of all, is Camo Cactus. Remember about Mystic Flower, I was saying how I like explosiveness? Yeah, Camo Cactus is the word explosive. Very slow fire rate, but very high damage output. She's definitely the most skill required cactus, and she takes a lot of time to get used to. But once you get used to her, oh, she's amazing. I cannot recommend Camo Cactus enough. I know new players don't really want to try her because she's very, very hard to play, but give her a chance and you will fall in love with her. And you somehow made it through the entire video, I applaud you. If you want, like and subscribe, it really helps out the microscopic channel we have. I spent days on this video, took a lot of effort, so if you like the video, it would mean a lot to me. We have a Discord you can join if you want, be updated on every upload and live stream we have. Give me your favorite characters in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next video.